Hey everyone, welcome to the Street Show. Playing some Monster Train today. Now, I took a couple days off. I had some family visiting, just needed to unwind for a bit. So I actually don't remember how well or poorly the last run went. Apparently it wasn't that great, because our win streak is 0, so there's always that. Let's see what we get today, though. Alright, Awoken and Umbra. This actually looks really interesting. So all of our spikes buffs that we could get from Sharpen are going to get halved on the last fight every time we are on the same floor as Seraph the Chast. I think the same thing would apply to any Prismal Dust applications, but I think these three cards by themselves could probably get us up to the boss, so we're just going to have to be careful of that moving forward. So obviously Guild Marker this early on seems like a wonderful idea. I don't know if we really need all the extra space right now. I mean, we don't know what we're going to be doing quite yet, so I think we go for the merchant cost reduction. And then cultivating is always interesting for the card draw. I always like beefing up this unit though and just constantly getting regen stacks to do damage. Regen is also going to be halved on every round with that last boss. Oh, let's go with explosive. Alright. Enemy units get armor 10, we get a unit. Alright, that's a lot of damage right on the first floor. That's not enough damage to kill us, but it's still a lot of damage. So let's put the Sentient down, Train Steward. Do that, it does 15. We don't have enough for Sharpen, and I'm not playing Prismal Dust on one Ember. We did get 2 of them just with one spell though, so that was pretty nice. Oh, here we go. So we restore, and we have to put a morsel to take this first hit. Oh, that's why. Okay. Feel bad about missing the 75 gold or however much gold it was. Yeah, we definitely want to play this. They're gonna die. Not in one hit. I actually do need to play this one. No, I'm dumb. They will die in one hit. I don't need to play that there. I can play them here. And then I think we restore and sharpen. See how that goes. Okay. So we restore to get rid of one guy. We restore to get rid of another guy. Let's see. Well, he's got 11 health. I do 9 damage here, so if I play a Sting, he does die after 1 round of attacks, and then he takes more damage from all the regen stacks. I think, though, we have to get a Train Steward ready. And that's our play. Okay. Well, for 0 Ember, we play Sting. I don't want to play Prismal Dust unless we really need to, but that gets us down to 29. So right now, I'm already thinking that we need some good Gorge synergies, so I think we head for the first Umbra unit draft. Oh wow, they're gonna do that, huh? Well, we obviously need the Shade Splitter. If I sharpen, that puts him down to 20, which means he'll die in one hit to the pyre. Alright, so not too bad for a blatant lack of unit coverage and damage, honestly. Sting is interesting, Restoration Detonation is interesting, Regen 5 is interesting. Well, we've already got Preserved Thorns, so I don't, unless we get like a Sting artifact, I don't think that we need this right now. I think we'll need Restoration Detonation, because what I'm hoping is that we'll have a couple floors with some really beefy guys on them. Another Prismal Dust wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I didn't even use one in this last fight, though, so maybe we should hold off. Until we start seeing space issues, capacity issues, I don't think we need Space Prism. So I'm gonna get Packed Morsels. And I do get Crucible Warden, but I also get Morsel Master. Let's go with the Warden, because we can give him a large stone, possibly. And yeah, I think we have to go this way and find another Umbra unit. Shadow Eater. I like Shadow Eater. Let's do that one. There's that large stone I was talking about. So I have capacity 5. And the reason that's important is maybe I don't want to put this on a Shadow Eater. But it does make it a 1590 that does lots of damage and restores health every single time it gorges. That means, though, that I can only put one morsel, for now, on the same floor as Shadow Eater. Whereas if I put it on Crucible Warden, each of them can get 2, and then they both have 50 health. I like that play better, so we're going to do that. I also think that we just stick the Damage Shield 2 on the Crucible Warden right away. And then we can Battlestone our Shadow Eater, so he can do damage without having to gorge. Now what we need is Morsel Generation. Well, that was exactly the amount of coin that I had. Right, non-boss enemy units enter with spikes 3 for 75 coins. Well, the good news is we can play our units minus the Train Steward. That's fine. I think I want the Crucible Warden on top and the Shadow Eater down below. Oh, this thing grants an additional spikes too. I think we put a Train Steward here to take some hits. And then we'll put another Train Steward here to absorb for the damage shield. If we're going to be putting more morsels down, I'm going to put him on this floor first, so I'm not worried about there not being space up there yet. We should be getting a bunch of morsel cards right here. There they are. So we can play almost everything. Let's play the Packed Morsels, see what we get there. So, something to keep in mind with the Umbra is that if I play this Magma Morsel right here, it gets to attack and it will die to the spikes. Yeah. So, if I can, I want to play something that doesn't have any health, so he still gets his Gorge trigger, but they don't, you know, die. And of course, I'm getting all morsels with attack. There we go. So we get one trigger, that's helpful. So now these guys will die. And then I think we put the rest of these here. We definitely want to restore on our champion. And honestly, I might as well just play another Morsel Excavator there. It'll do 2 more damage. Okay, so he's dead. I could also preserve a damage shield. So let's go there. Let's go there. I might as well give him some spikes, play a couple stings. We're not doing a whole lot of damage, but we do kill the guy in the back, so that'll save us in a little bit. So we want a Shade Splitter. That's super helpful. That gave us an extra 15 damage. So we always want to sting. I think we just sharpen. They put us up to 113, that's pretty good. And then the boss is dead. So, we have the makings of a potentially good run. Our only issues are that we need to get more morsels. I like Steel Enhancer here, but I'm also looking at focused growth. I think having good heal spells for our 3 tanks and getting the extra card draw might be better than the other options. I don't think we want Mind Collapse. Maybe we do. I was just saying that we need more morsel generation. Actually, let's go with making of a morsel. The morsel miners are really, really good, especially if we can maybe put holdover, reduce ember costs on that. Let's see if we hit it, actually. Because if we do, then... Nope, that's not what I wanted. We still want the reduced ember cost, because 2 ember for a single morsel seems like quite a bit. I don't think we want to consume any of those. We could remove consume. Maybe we do that to packed morsels. Yeah, let's do that. Let's also see what unit we get. I think because we've got 3 tanks, we don't go with the Awoken Hollow. I think we pick up Animus of Speed. We will want to be careful, though, of the low health, so we need to upgrade that unit relatively soon. Treasure chests, huh? $25 pyre health for 150 coins, or 5 pyre health for 25 coins.
Let me check out the map quick. So we're about to go against Daedalus, and that's arguably maybe a horrible time to lose nearly half of my pyre health. But I think we would end up going this route regardless, so we can get 20 back, and an artifact, and remove some train stewards. And I know that I'll need to upgrade units, because we want to get out of the spike killing us range, and the sweep damage killing us range. I think we would end up going Pyre Remains for the next 2 rounds. We'd at least get pretty much all of our Pyre health back. The question is, do we have enough to not die in the Daedalus fight? I think we can do it. So I'm going to get the 150 coins. I probably could have gone and refreshed the shop, but especially with, you know, guild marker, it's at least effective, but I want to save the gold for later. Constructed explosives explode twice. So this is where the mine collapse card would have been a really good choice, because now we could have targeted them in the back. And of course he starts right there. Alright, so Crucible Warden's always going to go up top. 5, 10, 20. So this will do 40 damage. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll put the Sentient up here. I do need to figure out what we're doing down there, though, because I don't want him to die. Let's see. So let's put a Morsel Miner there. There's no sweep, so we'll do a lot of good damage. Animus of Speed won't fit there, so we're just going to ignore that. I think we go here and restore, and now both of those die. We are going to lose our damage shields, and then almost all of that dies. So at least now, for the most part, we've stabilized our guys. We definitely do this and kill him. I also think we preserved Thorns. Let's do this. Let's kill it, and then we'll Sting to get rid of the double explosion. Let me see. So I can go 1 Sting here. This will bring it down to 25. And then my Animus of Speed will kill it on the next floor. So, I'll Sting the boss now. And we'll be sitting pretty. See, now he's dead. So this is another 40 damage turn. And I think it benefits us to put spikes on our Shadow Eater, because we want to avoid haste getting up to that top. Sorry, it's not 40 damage. It's 36 damage. Because the haste guy doesn't have 5 attack. That still means that we need at least 10 health. So I think we can go Focused Growth. I've only got 3 Ember. That's a problem. Well, our Crucible Warden will get to have some fun here in just a moment. I think we put a Train Steward here. That was not the correct call, because now I can't put any morsels down and get the benefit of Gorge, where I could have wiped out all of them if I had just considered that. So right now I'm thinking we need capacity. And I'm really glad that we didn't increase his capacity when we had the large stone availability. We definitely kill this. That will die now. And then... I'm thinking sharpen... Not sharpen, excuse me. Let's see. I think we play this. I think we put them all up here. Or at least as many as we can. And then we can put another one here. And then let's just restore him. Alright, final wave. We're only getting 5 damage in on Deathless. That's not ideal. So let's put a Morsel Miner. Let's just get our Crucible Warden ready. I think that's probably a better call. And then I'll use 1 Prismal Dust here. Gets us an extra 30 damage. It's, you know, not insignificant. Let's see. Sting is free. I think we double restore Shade Split or something. Because that gets us an extra 30 damage. Extra 60 damage with the regen procs. And then... does this help us at all? Actually, it totally does. Because this will put us at 29. Oh no, hold on a second. I have regen 2, which will put us... he'll do 9 damage, bring us down to 16. We'll gain 2, putting us at 18. He'll do 9 damage, putting us at 9. We'll regen and get up to 10, and having an extra 4 health doesn't make a difference. So, we're gonna Antubra Morsel there and end turn. And now he should be dead. There we go. Just for good measure. Why not? Alright. So we are successful. I would like to be a little more secure in our victories, though. Trample. Awoken's Rail Spike. So I think we've decided we're getting extra capacity, which means that Awoken's Rail Spike isn't awful, but not as effective as if we were about to get Ember. I don't think we really benefit from Trample yet. Maybe that's a problem, that we don't have bigger, harder hitting units. But I know Adaptive Mutation isn't something I'm interested in right now. Let's just go with the Awoken's Rail Spike. We'll figure it out. Let's see. I think it might be worth picking up a Morsel Maker. We're going to pick up a Morsel Maker. And then we're going to go with extra capacity. Okay, so we're going to go this route and get rid of some Train Stewards, like I said we were going to. Everything else that we have right now is doing pretty well. Artifact. Pyre gets an extra 15 attack, or when you play your 3rd card of the turn, draw 2. I love Winged Steel. And I'm noticing, like in a previous video, that all of our artifacts are yellow themed. Just, you know, a little observation. I don't know if that means anything in the development of this game, but eh. Spikes 10, or an extra 15 damage on Rejuvenate procs. I think I want the Spikes 10. I like this, but it's better if we have lots of things that give us regen, which I have some, but not an abundance of them. This at least guarantees that if something's going to hit us, it's also going to take damage. And in the case of, say, backline haste units, this is going to be very important when we don't have targetable abilities yet. I think we're going to get Spikes 10. Lovely. Alright, enemies enter with armor 15 for 150 coins. I think we got our Shadow Eater on that floor. I think we just get a proc there. Of course, I would draw the Crucible Warden and not have enough Ember to play it. Alright, so we definitely use Preserved Thorns. This is our second card. Does this count as a third card? It totally does. Okay, so hear me out. What if we go Animus of Speed? I don't have enough Ember. If we can get the Morsel Maker on this floor, then we don't have to do anything more. We don't have to worry about space when we need to put another morsel down. However, we definitely want to sting. It'll leave him with 5, so if I put a Morsel Miner, he will die. He'll have 5 health remaining. Okay. So the capacity I still think was the correct call. However, I also think that we need better Ember generation at this point. This does a lot of damage. Let's see, this would draw me 2 cards, which could be awesome or eh. I think we have to play this because I don't want to keep taking this, and this is just going to get worse because I can't hit the guys. So hold on. Spikes 10. Oh, he's regenerating 10. That's why. I think Restore would kill this. I cast it twice, does 30 damage. He would attack and take another 10, which would put him at 5, and I think this is after combat. So I wonder if the regen would proc before his heal, but I think he dies anyway. So we're gonna do this, make sure that he doesn't, yeah, now he's dead, okay. He's gonna make it up, but he does 1 damage, it could be worse. We are gonna take this 3 here, and then get another one very soon. Okay. So I think we end up just doing Weight of Contrition times 2 Packed Morsels. This guy dies, which is very helpful, and I don't have to worry about him. I would love to at least get one more hit in on that guy. Maybe we draw a sting. We did not draw a sting. What we can do is give him a little stack of lifesteal. And then I think we stack some morsels there. And we can end the turn. Alright, so we get the morsel maker finally. A little late, but better late than never. We're gonna wait a contrition and sting. And we get 2 restores, of course. No, Gorge isn't gonna kick in until the next turn, so this guy won't die, which is very unfortunate. We are taking a lot of damage from these weights of contrition, which is not good. Alright, so playing Crucible Warden here is actually a really, really good idea. They both die, so that's fine. I think we want to play the Weight of Contrition, and I think we want to give him an extra +5/+5. You get some health, which is awesome. Okay. This isn't too bad, but we're not getting nearly enough damage in on the boss. At least not nearly as much as I would like. Alright. There's no more guys to give us these weights of contrition, so we're good there. We are at full health, so none of our heals are actually going to help us. We do want to sting. I think we restore. We can sting again. Nothing's missing health. He's technically missing 1 HP, so we'll do that. And we get a good amount of damage in, but we need to really power through on this last floor. I think applying damage shield 3 is enough to do it. There we go. Alright, so we're definitely starving for some ember production. This helps us on average. Ooh. Let's actually pick this up. I don't really have enough... Not skip. I don't really have enough units to fill out all of my floors right now. Trigger feeding or morsel units. Ooh. I mean, this is certainly helping with some of the ember production problems that we're having. I just worry that it's not going to fit anywhere particularly well. Alright, we still want to go this route because we want to upgrade our units. We have a lot of coins to work with right now. Let's see. I think giving Animus of Speed multi-strike is acceptable. I also think giving the Animus of Speed an extra 25 health is acceptable. Damage Shield 2. I actually think we want to put on the Edge Prior just to avoid some of the sweep damages that can happen. We might want to upgrade it with some extra health if we are able to. Like this one. So let's do that. Plus 10 attack. I think we can put that on the Shadow Eater. Make him a little more effective.
And then quick doesn't really help us. I am going to get rid of these other two train stewards, though. And even though we pretty much bought out the shop twice and we purged 2 cards, we still have over 300 gold, which I'm very pleased to see. Now, we just need to stabilize. And of course, we get sweep and lifesteal. Everything but the boss will have multi-strike, but we get an artifact at the end of it. That is a lot of little chunks of damage. Spikes 10 will get rid of a lot of those chunks of damage. I think we're fine. Yeah, we lose a lot of health in the process, but we'll be okay. And then... actually, if we put this here... well, if we put that there now, then we won't have room for the Shadow Eater. Shoot. I think we're gonna end up putting the, oh, what's it called? The Ember Forge down here on the first floor. I think we just play Packed Morsels then. We can get a little extra benefit here for our lovely Sentient. I think this seems pretty straightforward. Unfortunately, we are losing the Sentient, but we're killing a bunch of guys in the process. So I think then we still want to put the Ember Forge down here, and then we can put the Animus of Speed somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. So there's the Ember Forge. These all do 4, so they're doing 16 damage. If I sharpen, this will die. It'll do 2 damage. Hold on. So that'll die after doing 2 damage. Then this guy will attack for 4, and he'll die. Then this guy will attack for 6, and he'll die. And this guy will attack for 8, and he'll die. So that actually increases how much damage gets done to me, but it also kills a bunch of guys in the process. So let's actually sharpen. Oh, you know what? When you take 20 damage and you've only got 20 health, that usually kills you. I should have thought about that, because then they'll all die on this floor. Alright, so we are misplaying left and right now, and I need to fix that. They can do whatever. This guy needs to be stopped before he gets up to the pyre room. So let's sting, sting, sting. I think this is a good time to play the Awoken's Rail Spike. Okay. And I don't think I'm ever going to be playing anything on this first floor for the remainder of the fight, so we'll stick the Edge Prior there. Let's Shade Splitter and get a Rubble Morsel. Put him there so we get another Gorge trigger, and we'll have some more Ember in the next round. There's not much else I can do. He hasn't lost any health, so none of these.
will do any damage, but at least I can get some regen and we'll see. I am concerned though that we're going to... Oh, we're gonna gain some health actually. That's super helpful. The last boss I think had 9 attack into sweep. So I can put the Animus of Speed down and we'll get quite a few hits in. Which lets us focus more up here. Let's do some of these. He's still alive. This is dead. Let's do that. Let's actually just put all these morsels right down here and really buff up this Animus of Speed. We have no more Ember, so Prismal Dust doesn't help us. So I think we'll end the turn. So we are getting some decent damage in. This lets us get a little bit more. See. I can only sharpen once. But it would be that much more damage, and it would kill this guy, but it would buff him in the process. We're gonna do it anyway. It got us from 113 to 198, which is not insignificant. I think we Restoration Detonation him. And I think we're going to Pact Morsels. Ooh. Oh, he dies because of sweep. My bad, let's not put them down there. Alright. I think that's about as good as that round is going to be. Let's see. This Shade Splitter costs 0. I can put this guy up here. This Stain costs 0. This Restore costs 0. I think we Prismal Dust, which gives us quite a bit of good damage, and I think we restore the rest. Alright, so we are, once again, beating the boss on the last floor. Sure, why not? Sure. We aren't going to put any more morsels down because he has... Well, he doesn't have lifesteal anymore, but he had sweep. And with lifesteal, that would not be very good for me. So, we got the Commemorative Spike, which I remember being really good. That is really helpful to get things kind of started. So we are going to take that. Once again, a yellow artifact. I think we pick up Pyrogrow. I don't remember what options were available to us before, but I thought I picked one up already and can't seem to find it, so it must not have. We're going to pick this one up for a little bit of Ember assistance. Void Binding might be helpful. Obviously the Ember Drain isn't great, but if we're using this on the boss fight and it's relentless, then the Ember Drain doesn't affect us. Alternatively, Excavation Eruption could be good if we get an Ember generating morsel, or if we get, our Ember Furnace up and running. Let's go with Excavation Eruption. We need a little bit more damage, and we just haven't quite established the Ember Generation aspect of our run. We're gonna go this way and get the Pyre Health. I'm way too low to not take the extra Pyre Health. Also, I think... what do we want another one of? Another Sharpened wouldn't be bad, but they all cost 2. I think I'd rather have an additional Awoken's Rail Spike, because then we can enhance a lot of cards to cost 2 less. So let's do that. On to Fell. This is either going to be glorious or it's going to be painful. Hopefully we don't misplay like we just did in the last fight. Alright, Spell Shield 5. It is what it is, I suppose. So that's 2, 4, 6. Sorry, it's not 2, 4, 6 if I have spikes. That's 2, 6, 12. Which is fine there. This grants armor, so that's fine there. And honestly, I'm okay with the Edge Prior getting 5 attack as well. Let us... This is never going to die just from us attacking, because we're going to have 2, 0... Well, this will have 5 attack in a minute. We've already triggered Winged Steel, so I think we'll just do this to eat through... Yeah, we'll eat through some of this Spell Shield and get the draw procs. Okay. So we want to play Crucible Warden on the top. We want to play Animus of Speed here. And then I think we're going to do Packed Morsels, but this is almost certainly going to make us draw either the Morsel Maker or the Ember Forge, which is unfortunate because I'd really like to play them soon. But we need more morsels. We didn't draw them. That's super helpful. Okay. Let's give him extra attack. And then I think we'll actually give the attack and lifesteal here first. Shadow Eater's gonna be fine. This is already dead. That's really good. Nothing needs healing or will need healing or any kind of regeneration there. So we're good. Alright, so here's our Morsel Maker, which I am slamming right there, right now, because that's got to happen every time. Let's not give him an Incant trigger when we cast Making of a Morsel. And now I feel like we're going to draw the Ember Furnace. So let's put him there. He didn't draw the Ember Furnace. I can't believe it. This doesn't draw any cards, so that's just a waste. These don't get any damage shields, so those are wastes. Unfortunately, I'd really like to cast Restoration Detonation, even if it means an extra 10 armor for the Clipped Reflector. But you take what you can, I suppose. I do need to heal up the Sentient, though. So healing up the Sentient is exactly what we're going to do. I think we have to play the Ember Forge. It means that I don't get to play regen here and kill this first. But we will get it. Okay, he's actually gaining health because of Gorge. Alright. I think we've established the board, and that took way longer than it should have. Okay. So some of that stuff dies. Some of that stuff dies. This guy sucks. We definitely restoration detonation. And honestly, I don't see why we wouldn't just kill this guy, because he's going to be a giant pain in the butt. So this guy dies to the first hit from Crucible Warden. This has 11 health, and an extra 4 damage isn't going to help. I think we have to let these guys go. So we can put our efforts onto this floor. I'm also thinking that we might actually want more capacity again. Because now, once we get the board set up, Ember generation is not a concern. But it'd be nice to have more than 2 capacity left, especially if we're generating at least 3 morsels every turn. Just food for thought. Oh, duh. Why wouldn't I sharpen my Animus of Speed with Quick and Multi-Strike? Okay. So Pyrogrow is strictly worse than Awoken's Rail Spike in almost every sense at this point. So let's see. You aren't dying. So let's double sting down here. And then I'm going to Awoken's Rail Spike, which should, I think, get us the 4 damage, the 4 cost spell. It didn't get us the 4 cost spell. But we have a bunch of stuff that doesn't cost us anything. So now I can do more damage here. We can sting again. And I think we'll sharpen our Animus again. And now I don't have any more Ember to work with. So this guy will get through, deal 6 damage, and then he'll die. So that's okay. And these 2 won't be making it up to the Pyre Room. So we are good. This is the one I was looking for. So using this now is likely to refund us all of our Ember and let us wail on Fel for a little bit. It didn't kill this guy, but we still got one guy down, so that's pretty helpful. None of them are missing health, so restoration detonation doesn't help us there. We are missing health here, though. So let's do that, and he's dead. At this point, let's cast this to get the Winged Steel proc. Yeah, I mean, I might as well do this. It doesn't really help us out. Oh, no, it does. It does totally help us out right there. And then we'll do Shade Splitter and give him an extra damage shield and some more attack. Okay. Pretty sure Fel's going to die. That is not a lot of damage. Let's see. 0 Ember, play that. 0 Ember, we play that. I think we play Restoration Detonation here, because it's not going to give us that much damage on the first floor, and it lets us still work with 5 Ember. So we'll do that. This might not be a horrible time to play Awoken's Rail Spike again. I think we're going to do that and see what all we get. Oh, we got Excavation Eruption. That's... I mean, it still costs 2, but that's pretty good. We can Restore. We can Sting. Do we want to... No, let's just focus on getting the extra 4 damage up here. We can Pyre Grow for free, which did actually help us out. Come on, let me play you. Let's put that Morsel Miner up top. We don't get to play Excavation Eruption. So we got 108 damage in. Could be worse. I do think we're going to have a nice turn here. Yeah, 700 damage is what I would consider that to be a nice turn. I think we want to play the Excavation Eruption, because it's 80 damage, which puts us that much closer. But then I think we have to play Packed Morsels, which gets us a damage shield. We're going to proc Winged Steel, which gives us a Sting. And I think we restore this guy. It didn't help us at all. Why not? I feel like that should have... Oh, because... Okay, I see now. I might as well do this. I have no room for the other morsel. So in case anyone is wondering, the reason why this regen stack doesn't work, because I thought if he's doing 20 damage per round, that's 2, 4, 6, 8. If I had even one more regen, one more health from the regen, I'd last for at least another round, and that would increase how much damage I'm doing to the boss. But he's going to restore, was it 10 health with his Gorge? Yeah, he'll restore 10 health with the Gorge. So really I needed like 11 more health to make a difference. But I'm pretty sure we win this. I mean, this floor is just having its way with Fel, and then the next floor I've got a bunch of damage shield on a really tanky guy. Yeah, he's dead. Sure. I mean, at this point it's all just for showing off. That's really all it is. It's not like we're doing timed runs or anything, so I'm not super concerned. I don't think I want Forever Consumed. I already have enough X cost cards. I do like this Cycle of Life though, especially if we can reduce its Ember cost really quickly. I think we do want the extra capacity again too. Alright, so this is turning out pretty good. Still got a ways to go though. And let's see. I think we go here not just for the Pyre health, but also to see if we can't upgrade the spell that we just got. Is there anything that we want to remove from our deck? Maybe this Pyre Grow. I mean, most of our cards don't cost that much as it is, and if we're double casting Awoken's Railspike, the only card that Pyre Grow is going to be better for than the Railspike would be Excavation Eruption. So I think we go here, we'll get the Pyre health, do some upgrades. So that's what I want there. If I could hold over on that, that would be really helpful. I think extra magic power on Excavation Eruption is pretty good. Do I want Permafrost on anything? Maybe on one of the Rail Spikes. Yeah, let's put it on a Rail Spike. Why wouldn't we? We can use it if there's not a better option available to us. We got holdover. I wonder if this counts. Well, hold on a minute. What if we put it on excavation eruption? Because it gets placed on top of the draw pile. So if I play this, and then I play Awoken's Rail Spike, I think it would technically qualify and get the reduction. Let's try it. Worst case scenario, we find out that it was a horrible idea. Let's see. I think we want to increase the damage that Restoration Detonation can do. And then we definitely want to reduce some more Ember costs. I don't know exactly which one we want to reduce, but we need to reduce something because there's a lot of Ember cost throughout all my cards. I mean, put it on Cycle of Life. I feel like maybe putting it on Pyrogrow is a good idea, because then we're not spending 2 Ember to get less than a 2 Ember reduction in almost every situation. Otherwise, putting it on something like Sharpen, even though we have 2, and even putting it on the 1 might not be a bad idea. Could always put it on Making of a Morsel or Packed Morsels. Let's put it on Packed Morsels, because then we're always going to be getting the Winged Steel proc without spending any Ember whenever we get this. Let's do it that way. And then actually, yeah, we were going to get rid of Pyrogrow. I'm glad I didn't put any buffs on that. Yeah, let's just get rid of Pyrogrow. Probably shouldn't have picked it up, but it is what it is. And then I think we just get rid of a Shade Splitter, actually. I mean, if we're consistently getting our Packed Morsels, this just takes up space. It's worse than a Train Steward at this point. So let's get rid of that, and then do I just get rid of the other ones? Yeah, let's just get rid of the other ones. I've got way more than enough coins to do it. Cool. And then we have to upgrade our champion. And I think we want to go for Spikes 20 and better maximum health. Alright, on to this one. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. Oh, and it's the Pyrewing. So I do watch other people's videos on Monster Train, and I believe what they have determined is that if you get Pyrewings on this fight, you don't get them on the boss fight. I don't know if that's true or not, but I know there's one way to find out. Okay. So the Sentient should go there. The Animus of Speech should go there. The Crucible Warden should go there. This is not... I didn't want to see these right there. I mean, so they all restore their health when they go up to the next floor, so getting a proc of Restoration Detonation, or sorry, of Rejuvenate, isn't going to help at all. So let's not only draw one card. That seems like a waste of the rail spike. So let's get these procking. That will die there, so let's put it here. And then I do want to help him out a little bit better. I don't want to play Morsel Maker on this floor, because that will take up 3 spaces, and then I won't have enough space for my Shadow Eater, this one. So not playing this right now, unless I play it up here, is... do I want to play it up there? I think I might actually want to play it up here. No, we're gonna wait. Okay. So 0 Ember. Seems like a good idea. Jeez. Well, I can eat through his armor. Now we've got our Ember Forge. I think we play the Edge Prior down here. Because now all of our healing spells will be 1 Ember less. Then we can get some more damage in on these guys. I feel pretty good about it. I need to buff up this floor very soon, and he's just going to be going up to the Pyre Room, and I can't stop that. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, wait. Okay, he's only taking 4. He's not taking any damage. Okay, we need to resolve the Ember Drain BS. I'm making of a morsel miner. Yeah, I want to add a morsel miner here because it's just going to die to the Ember Drain if I put it on the floor below. And that will kill you at least, so then I can focus just on him. We get to hold on to the Awoken's Rail Spike, so at least we have that going for us. We should be at 4 Ember, I believe. Yep. So let's do Packed Morsels. Let's put 2 here and hope that we draw Shadow Eater. We didn't draw Shadow Eater. Let's see, I've got how many cards in my hand? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let me play some 0 Ember stuff. Because what I want to do is get down to 6, so then I can play... Let's actually just play this one, so we can continue holding on to the other one when we need it. And we still didn't get what we needed. Okay. Yep, let's get that. We're going to use the other sting, of course. I think then we just put more Magma Morsels on that floor, and I think we have to pass the turn. We are almost at a point, though, where Excavation Eruption is just going to cost 0 Ember, which is going to be really helpful for getting through, especially the Pyre Wings. How much damage are we about to take? This is almost lethal, actually. This is really bad. I'm actually almost set up to die. Because he's going to go up with full health. And he's going to do 4 hits. But then this guy goes up and he's going to do way more hits for way more damage. So we need to get ahead of this before we lose. And as it turns out, your Pyre can gain stacks of Ember Drain, in case that wasn't already common knowledge to everybody. And now I can't play the Shadow Eater again, and I don't have any other way, I think, to generate Ember, so Excavation Eruption is a no-go. Let's see. This guy needs to die, no matter what else happens. I don't think it can happen, and I believe this is the end of the run. Only taking 4. Well, yeah, I can't do anything there. These Ember Drain guys really get in the way, and all I get is a bunch of restores. Well, that's going to be the end of this run. There's nothing I can do about that. He's going to get up there, and... Alright, so... This trial is difficult when you're not doing enough damage on the first floor, and it makes it more difficult when you can't get your guys out for the second floor. So, lessons learned, I suppose, but that's the end. Well, for how rough this particular run was, I don't feel like it was too bad. Those misplays in like the 5th fight or whichever one it was, those are not excusable by any means. You know, it is what it is, I guess. We didn't get any level in the Umbra. Awoken's already at max. So, I guess if you enjoyed that video, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.